Hey, how's it going? I'm James Reed and you're watching another tutorial from Candy Skull Tuts. In this tutorial we're going to be in Photoshop and we're going to create this awesome looking grungy western text effect. Now I went to see True Grit by the Coen brothers the other day and it was absolutely amazing. I can't recommend it enough. And I've got quite a big passion for really cool typography, so I thought I'd try and make a western type text effect. Now the True Grit logo for the new film isn't really that inspiring. It's pretty much just a brushed metal effect, so I thought we'd go old school and create this textured type effect. As you can see, these are multiple, these are duplicates of this layer, just with different blending modes put over the top, to give it this nice grungy feel and the text. So the first thing we need to do is get a couple of bits and pieces. If you're on the website, if you go on my website, www.candyskulltuts.co.uk, there are links to all of these, so you can get them straight away. The first thing we're going to need is the font. We're going to go for Carnivale Freak Show. It's free, it's from dafont.com. The first texture we're going to use is from High Res Free Texture World, and we're going to use the third one down of the 5 grunge frames. And that is the URL if you want to go to that. And then we're going to need a wood effect, and I went for this one from CG Textures. You've got to be a member now to download things. But it's free and there's loads and loads of textures on it here. It's really worth looking at. And if you are looking for textures, why not check out the Abyss pack that I've uploaded. There's 99 textures there, all high quality. They're only going to be up there until around about the 1st of April. Maybe a bit longer, just for the amount of space that they take up on my site. So yeah, check them out. So let's crack on. So first we're going to create a new canvas. I'm going to go 1080 by 720. Oh, work 720. Press the numlock button. We'll go for a resolution of 300 and a 16-bit channel. Yeah, that'll be fine. And we'll go for a transparent background. We'll click OK. So the first thing we want to do is import our wood texture. To do that, I've just opened it up. You can do it via Bridge and just drag it on. You can also just open up your My Computer if you're in Windows and just drag the file straight into your new canvas. But we're going to do it this way. We're going to get the marquee tool, select the whole thing, copy it, edit, paste. So now we've got it on there. If you hit on the move tool and just go to show transform options, you can see the bounding box, and we'll just make it a little bit slower. Now if you come up here and you click the little chain, when you start decreasing the size, it will decrease it uniformly both in height and width, so that you don't end up with a stretched out look. So that'll do. We'll just hit enter to get that saying, and now we're going to do our text. So write in our text. Whoa. Now it's very important at this point that your text you kind of have an idea of where you want to go with it, because later on it's going to be very difficult to change it without having to mess around with all the layers that you've created. So we'll just get this how we want it, maybe a bit bigger, and we'll just move this up a little bit. That looks fine. So now we're going to add some layer styles to our text layer, and you can do this one of two ways. You can either double click on the layer itself and it'll open up the layer style tabs, or if you go to layer, where are we, layer styles, and just click on blending options, you can get that way. So for this we'll probably start off with, I don't know, a bevel. So we'll have a look, and we'll just put a nice bevel on. So we'll probably go depth 1000. We'll probably change it to about 5. Yeah, no, that's cool. I'm happy with that. But we're also going to chuck in a texture. I'm going to go for a grainy type texture. That'll do. So we'll go for that. And we'll just move the scale down a little bit, just so that you can just about see it on them. And we'll probably chuck in a gradient overlay, and we'll go from a darkish grey. I'll just copy that, and we'll come over, we'll put it in this one. And then we'll come in the middle somewhere and just put a lighter grey, just like that. So we've got it going from dark to light to dark again. We'll probably just turn it down just a touch, angle 90 degrees, that's cool. And we'll come to pattern overlay, we'll give it a bit of a pattern. That looks good enough. Go for that. Yep, I'm happy with that. Give it a little stroke, probably just a 1, and just give it a bit of a golden colour, like that. And then we'll probably chuck in an inner glow, so we'll come up and make it a whiter colour. More of a creamy white colour, and then we just move the size up a touch, and then we'll chuck in an inner shadow, and we'll probably have the distance to about 1, but the size right up to about 18 or something like that. There you go. So we've got this nice cool text effect going on. The last thing we do is we'll just whack in a drop shadow, which we will have that at about there. Maybe a bit of spread, a bit too much, that'll do, and just highlight it out a little bit. Cool. But we'll take the stroke off for now. So we've got this really nice cool effect, and we'll just click OK. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start layering up our grungy texture. So we'll just copy it in, edit, copy, edit, paste, just shrink it down, we don't want it too big. Just get it roughly where we want it. That'll do. Hit enter. Okay, so what we're going to do is first off we're going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to drag the first one underneath our text comp, We'll just turn this one off. So with this one, what we're going to do is we'll probably set it to like a soft light. So you've got this nice, you can just about see it. Let's have a look at overlay. Yeah, we'll give it a bit of an overlay, and just you can just see all the darker areas. And then with this one, we're going to effectively copy our text. So this is the very last point in which you can tweak your text, have a play with it, because from this point forward, the layers above this text layer are going to correspond with what is in your text layer. Now, to select everything in your text layer, what we'll do is we'll come up, we'll hold down Control, and we'll just click on this little icon, and as you can see, it's selected the text layer. Now, if we were to hit delete now, we delete everything that text layer has. However, we want to keep everything in that text layer, so we go to select, deselect, inverse, just like that, and that selects everything outside. So with this layer selected, we hit delete, and we go select, deselect. So now you can see that that's gone over the top, and this is how we can start building up our layer. So we'll give this a bit of a soft light, and as you can see, it's already started to take shape. Maybe drop it down a little bit, and you can just start seeing some of the extra little bits. We'll duplicate this layer again, put it on top. Once again, we'll copy it out, invert it, hit delete, select, deselect. So we've got this nice little grunge effect. And what we'll probably do is also with the wood, we'll do it again, select it, delete it, select, deselect, and this one we'll probably give it a soft light and just move it down a touch. So you can see it's starting to take shape. Now with this one, I've made it a bit darker around the sides, and to do that, firstly we're going to try and match the background with our text layer. So we'll come down to the background, then we'll go to layer, new adjustment layer, curves, hit OK, and that'll bring curves. You can also come up and just click on the curves in here. So we'll just make it a bit darker, we crush it out a little bit. That looks pretty good. And then we'll come up to the top, we'll create a new adjustment layer, because we're going to affect everything that's underneath this adjustment layer. So we can either go to layer, new adjustment layer, or we'll just come up and hit on the curves. It'll automatically create one. So we'll just give it a bit more of a contrast. Maybe take some of that red out a bit. A bit of green. I'm happy with that. So there you have it. A Western style text effect using duplicates of the same layer to create different effects using blending modes. That's about it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you learned something. And I will be back in the next couple of weeks with a tutorial that you might want to bring a snorkel for. I've been James Reed, and you've been watching Candy Skull Tuts. Thanks, and see you next time.